Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, A Little Bit of Everything with Erin. Today we'll be doing a quick tutorial on how to use vinyl as kind of like a stencil when you're doing HTV to make sure that you have all your pieces lined up and you can do most of it in just one press. So stay tuned to see that at the end. First off, I want to go over this file. I did create this file, and if you want that for free, you can find it on my Facebook group, and I will link that in the description box below. So let's get started.
Okay guys, so you say you like my tutorials because I'm quick and to the point, so I've gone ahead and prepped some of this, but we'll walk through it really quickly. So after you cut out your vinyl of the image you're going to use in HTV, you want to weed it and leave it on the paper that it's on. I then grabbed contact paper, which you can find at Walmart or the dollar store in the kitchen section, and I laid that on top. I did make that piece of contact paper a little wider around us so that I could fold it all the way over, and then I just took some painter's tape and ran that on the back to hold everything down. The reason I did this is because we're going to apply the contact paper right on top with the HTV, and when I pull it off, I just want to make sure that it doesn't take this contact paper off. Okay, so most videos that you'll see of this idea, they only do like 2 lines and nothing really touches. So I wanted to show that you could do numerous colors and still get the same effect from those other videos you may have seen. Now when you're applying HTV, you'll know that it is already on its own contact paper. You will want to cut your contact paper as close to the letters as possible. If there's any overlap, you want to make sure you cut that as well. As you can see in our image with the regular vinyl, the eye in Cupid is right in the middle of the N. Now I've gone ahead and cut that part of the contact paper out so that I don't have any overlap where the HTV won't stick to the shirt. So you just want to go ahead and start applying your HTV right up to your stencil, essentially, that you made from your vinyl. Just line it up as evenly as you can. I find using the middle letter in the word the easiest to line everything up instead of using the first or the last letter. That's just me, but do what works best for you. Once you have it all on the stencil, you may notice that you have some gaps between some of the HTV pieces. You will need to make that one piece. The easiest way to do is grab HTV that you have random sheets of, like regular cuts. For example, I save all my pieces that I haven't cut because I could use them for different things, such as this. Or if you have a big piece of HTV that you've put on a shirt and it's just one big piece, you could take that HTV contact paper and save it to the side and use it for something like this. So I've gone ahead and peeled back a piece of white HTV, and I have the contact paper left that it was on, so I'll just use that to kind of glue essentially these holes and make one piece. And I did cut this one in half because I didn't need as big of a piece, and that'll hold everything together. Okay, now that we have it all together, we need to peel it off of the vinyl stencil contact paper. So now we have one HTV piece with all of our different colors exactly lined up where we had it in our computer so that it's all even and done. Again, this is a great idea if you have to make multiple shirts for, say, a school, a organization, a family reunion, and you want to make sure that they all are exactly the same and look like they came from one of those big shirt companies. We'll go ahead and press this just so that I can show that every piece will come off separately and nothing will be overlapping where it gets stuck to the HTV contact paper. So let's move to the heat press. Alright guys, so my press is ready. We have our HTV down on a white t-shirt. I'm just going to go ahead and put my Teflon sheet on top of that right now, and we're going to go ahead and press this. And I have my press set at 315 degrees, and I have it set for a 20-second timer. I'm actually going to do 2 bursts on this. So I'll remove the Teflon sheet and remove the contact paper that is over the letters. I just want to make sure you guys are still in view. So that's the contact paper of everything that we put down, except for the pink. It's just because it didn't come off when it's stuck because of how hot it gets, but you just peel that off too separately. So I got that all done in one hit. Everything is even. I could do numerous shirts and they will all look exactly the same, like they were produced from a company. And then I just like to press it one more time to make sure everything's in, and I'll show you in a second why. So when I press shirts, I like to be able to see the fabric of the shirt inside my HTV. I don't know if that'll pick up on here, but we'll try and see. Okay guys, and that's how you would get all of your vinyl down even on every shirt and use regular vinyl as a stencil for your HTV. The only time this wouldn't work is if you have to layer vinyl, then you obviously would have to do it in layers just like you would normally. So you could do your first layer just like we did, and then grab your second layer and add your colors and just keep adding onto that. Just make sure that if you do layers of HTV, you do shorter bursts of heat, because your HTV will shrink every time that you heat it up. So you don't want to just do the 30 seconds and then get to your next layer, because it will not align properly. And I do have other videos of that. Anyway guys, that is that. If you want this file, you can find it in my group, which is linked down in the description box. I am giving it away to you guys for free. The fonts will stay the same as in my previous video, how you saw that we did that. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Share it if you want to, that always helps me out. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. I do try to answer you guys in a timely manner. Don't forget, I do have a bunch of kids and a job, but I do try to get back to you, I promise. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my page. And if you want, hit the bell. You'll get notifications anytime I post new videos. If you have feedback on what kind of video I should be making next, make sure you let me know in the comments. I really, really appreciate seeing what you guys want to be made. It helps me out. Until next time, guys, happy crafting!